Hey everyone, welcome to SideQuest English, the podcast where we step away from the boring textbooks to explore fascinating topics, one random deep dive at a time.
Yes, hi everyone. And today we are talking about something very, very fun.
We really are. Like, what if I told you that doing absolutely nothing to make money could actually be the best thing for your job?
Right. Or, that playing like a small child could completely change how your adult brain works.
Yeah. So today we are talking about hobbies. We are talking about finding things you just love to do and having fun in your free time.
Because, well, many people think having fun is just a way to pass the time, like it is not important at all.
Right.
But the science shows us something very different. Having fun is actually very serious business for our bodies and our minds.
I am so excited for this deep dive today. I mean, we have a huge stack of sources on the table right now.
We really do.
We have articles from psychology doctors. We have new studies about how the human brain stays healthy.
Yeah, and we also have real numbers from a big hobby website from the year 2026.
Exactly. This website shows us what people are doing right now to have fun. So our mission for this deep dive is to find out why your free time is so important.
Right. We want to show you that learning a new skill or doing a fun activity is incredibly good for your health.
It makes your brain stronger, and surprisingly, it can even help you do better at your job.
Yeah. We want to change how you think about your free time because, we live in a world that is always busy.
So busy, always working.
Right. People are always rushing around. We want to show you how to stop rushing and just start living.
Okay, let's unpack this.
So before we look at the big science studies, I want you to think for a minute. Just sit and think.
Think about what?
Think about when you were a very young child. What did you love to do?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, did you spend hours drawing pictures with colored pencils? Did you build tall towers out of wooden blocks?
Or maybe you just ran around outside in the grass until the sun went down.
Exactly. I want you to think about that very light, very happy feeling you had in your chest back then.
I remember that feeling so well. Like when I was young, I loved to play in the woods behind my house.
Yeah. What did you do in the woods?
I loved building small forts out of fallen branches. And, I never worried about what time it was.
Right. You were just present.
Yeah. I never worried about being productive. I was just completely happy playing in the dirt.
Well, that dirt and those branches, that is the perfect place to start our conversation today. We are going back in time.
Back to childhood.
Right. We need to look closely at the magic of childhood. Like, why do we feel so incredibly good when we do the things we loved as kids?
Well, I noticed something very interesting in our notes about that. The doctors from a source called Indigo Therapy talk about this.
Yes, they do.
They say that being a child today is very, very different from being a child in the past.
It is changing so fast. The article explains a concept called free play.
Free play. What is that exactly?
So in the past, childhood was mostly about free play. It means playing with no rules and no adults watching you.
Oh, right. You just go outside and figure things out.
It's like my forts in the woods. There was no instruction manual for the branches.
Right. No teacher telling you where to put the sticks.
You just invent your own games. You make your own rules with your friends. If a stick falls down, well, you fix it yourself.
You learn how to solve problems on your own. The child is the boss of the play.
I love that. The child is the boss. But today, Indigo Therapy points out that free play is disappearing.
Yes. Children do not have much free time at all anymore.
I see this all the time, When I look at kids in my neighborhood, they are always doing something an adult planned for them.
Right, like they have a soccer game on Monday,
A piano lesson on Tuesday.
a math club on Wednesday.
Yeah. When they play sports today, it is highly organized. There is a coach blowing a whistle.
There are strict rules. The adult tells the child where to stand and what to do. The child is not inventing the game.
No, the child is just following orders.
And when they are not following orders on the sports field, they are looking at screens. Oh, the screens? Yeah, they watch videos on a phone, they play games on a tablet.
Right. The screen tells them what to look at. They are not using their own imagination to create a world.
This seems like a really big problem. Children are losing their free play,
Yeah.
but adults are losing it too.
Oh, absolutely. Adults almost never have free play. We wake up, we go to work, we follow the rules, and we come home tired.
So tired.
But doctors from a medical group called SSM Health say we have to change this pattern right now.
So wait, we need to stop following rules? And go play in the do it again?
Well, basically, yes.
Really?
Yeah. The doctors at SSM Health say adults should go back to their childhood interests.
Yeah.
If you love to do something when you were a child, doing it again as an adult is incredibly healthy.
I love this idea. So if you loved roller skating when you were 10 years old, you should buy some roller skates today.
Yes. You should go to the park and feel the wind in your face again.
Or if you liked painting with your fingers, you should buy some paint.
Exactly. And you do not need to paint a beautiful picture. You just need to get your hands dirty.
Right.
Doing these old activities brings back a feeling of playfulness.
Playfulness. That's a really great word. It means acting light and free, right?
Yeah.
Like happy child.
Yes. It means you are not worrying about tomorrow. You are just enjoying the game right now.
And playfulness is not just a nice feeling. Our sources say it actually changes your body.
It does. When you act playful, your brain starts to make happy chemicals.
Let us talk about those happy chemicals. The sources mentioned dopamine and serotonin.
Yes. Dopamine and serotonin are very important messengers in your brain.
Messengers.
Right. When you are stressed at work, your brain makes stress chemicals. And these stress chemicals make your heart beat fast. They make you feel tired.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
But when you are playful, your brain makes dopamine and serotonin instead.
And these happy chemicals tell your body that everything is okay.
Exactly. They wash away the stress. They tell your body, this is a safe moment. You can relax.
That is amazing.
It is. When you have more of these chemicals, you sleep better. You worry less. The doctors even say that playfulness helps with emotional healing.
Emotional healing. Wait, you mean if someone had a hard time in the past, playing can help them feel better today?
Yes. Sometimes life is very hard. We carry sadness with us. But when we allow ourselves to play, we give our minds a break from the sadness.
Oh, I see.
We remember how to feel pure joy. It is a very powerful kind of medicine.
That makes perfect sense. Well, let us look at one very specific childhood activity, because I want to talk about collecting things.
Yes.
Collecting.
Our source about the benefits of collections has a lot to say about this.
Collecting is a classic childhood activity. I mean,
Right.
almost every child collects something at some point.
I definitely did. I collected shiny rocks from the river.
Rocks are a great example.
Yeah, some of my friends collected sports cards. Others collected tiny toy cars. We would put them all in a row and just look at them for hours. Why do kids love to do this? Well, collecting things trains the brain in a very special way. When a child collects rocks, they have to look very closely at the world.
Right.
They learn to see small details. They notice that this rock is a little bit more red than that rock.
Or this rock is smooth, but that rock is sharp.
Yes. So they are practicing how to pay attention.
They're learning how to observe things.
Exactly. They also learn how to sort things. They put the big rocks here and the small rocks there.
That takes a lot of patience.
It does. It teaches the brain how to organize information.
And the source also says that a collection creates a safe space for a child.
That is a very beautiful point, actually. Think about the world from a child's point of view.
Okay.
The world is huge. It is loud. Adults make all the rules. A child cannot control much in their life.
Right, they just have to follow along.
But their collection of toy cars, they control that completely.
Oh, I see. The child gets to be the boss of the toy cars.
Yes. They decide where the cars go. It is a tiny, safe world just for them.
So when the real world is scary, looking at their collection makes them feel calm and safe. They know exactly where everything is.
Precisely.
But wait, adults need a calm and safe space too. The adult world is very loud and scary.
You are exactly right. That is why collecting things as an adult is such a great way to relax.
Miley.
Yeah. When you organize your collection of old stamps or vintage books, you get that same feeling of safety.
You are in control of your small, quiet world.
Yes. And the stress of your job just fades away.
I am starting to see a pattern here. The things we did as kids were actually very smart.
They were.
We were building skills and protecting our minds without even knowing it. And this brings me to a very fascinating study in our notes.
Oh, you were talking about the notes from the writer named Nat.
Yes, Nat talks about a study that connects our childhood hobbies to our adult jobs. I really want to talk about this because, honestly, it sounds a little crazy.
It does sound crazy.
The study says that your childhood hobbies can guess your adult career.
It sounds crazy, but the data is very strong. The researchers looked at a large group of people.
Okay.
They looked at what these people loved to do when they were teenagers. Then they waited many years.
And then what?
They looked at the jobs those people have now as adults.
And what did they find out?
They found a very clear connection to happiness. If a person's adult job matches the deep interests they had as a teenager, that person is usually very happy at work.
So if a teenager loved building complicated models of airplanes,
Right.
and now they work as an engineer building real bridges, they will be happy.
Yes, because they are doing what they naturally love to do. They are using their true interests.
That makes sense.
But the study also looked at the people who did the opposite.
You mean the people who ignored their childhood interests?
Exactly. Many people completely leave their childhood interests behind. They decide they just want a job that pays a lot of money.
Right. They chase the money, not the joy.
Yeah. They force themselves to study something they find boring just to get a high salary.
And the study shows that these people are much less happy, right?
Yes. They might have a big house and a fast car, but they do not feel good about their work. They feel empty, like they're wearing a mask every day.
Well, I want to push back on this a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
I understand the airplane model example. That is
Yeah.
very direct. But what if my childhood hobby was just playing in the dirt or collecting rocks?
Yeah.
Is that really going to help me get a good job today? I mean, is it like planting a small seed as a kid and hoping it magically grows into a big job tree that gives me money? Because that sounds a bit too simple to be true.
I am glad you're pushing back. Your job tree idea is a good way to look at it. But we need to look closer at the roots of that tree.
The roots.
Yes. The study is not saying that collecting rocks means you must become a rock scientist.
Okay, good. Because there are not very many jobs for rock scientists.
Exactly. It is not about the exact activity. It is about the skills hiding inside the activity.
The hidden skills.
Right. Remember what we said about collecting rocks?
We said it teaches you how to look closely at details. It teaches you to be patient. It teaches you how to organize and group things together.
Yes. Those are the roots of your tree. Now think about adult jobs.
Okay.
What kind of job needs a person who is patient, looks closely at details, and knows how to organize complex information?
Oh, wow. Many jobs need that. Like a computer programmer needs to look closely at details.
Yes, they do.
A person who manages a big office needs to organize complex information. A librarian needs to group things together patiently.
Yes. So, the child who loved sorting rocks might become a very happy and successful office manager.
That makes so much sense now.
Their true, authentic interest was organizing.
Authentic means real and natural, right?
Yes. The natural things you do for fun give you clues. They show you what your brain is naturally good at doing.
Completely changes how I think about this. The hobby is not a direct path to a job. The hobby is a training ground for your natural talents.
That is a perfect way to say it.
So, going back to our childhood hobbies is an amazing idea. It heals our stress, and it reminds us of what we are naturally good at doing.
It is a great place to start. But, maybe you do not want to go backward.
Right. Maybe you do not want to collect rocks again.
Maybe you want to try something completely new.
Yes. What if our listeners thinking, I want a fresh start. I want to learn a brand new skill right now.
Right.
How does learning something new help our adult brains?
Well, learning a new skill is one of the most powerful things you can do for your mind. Your brain is a lot like a muscle.
Like the muscles in my arms or my legs.
Yes. If you want strong arms, you go to the gym, you lift a heavy weight.
And it is hard work. It hurts a little bit.
But then the muscle grows stronger. Well, your brain needs the same kind of workout. If you do the exact same things every day, your brain gets lazy, it does not grow.
So we have to take our brains to the gym.
Exactly.
But how do we do that?
Yeah.
I cannot lift a weight with my brain.
You take your brain to the gym by doing creative new activities. Creative hobbies give the brain a massive workout. A source from Dr. Cognitive Health explains exactly how this works.
How does it work?
When you learn something new, your brain has to build new roads.
New roads. What does that mean?
Think of your brain like a city.
Okay, a city.
When you do something you already know, like driving to work, the brain uses a big, fast highway. It is easy.
Right. I don't even have to think about driving to work.
Exactly. But when you learn a new hobby, there is no road yet. The brain has to build a new path to send messages to your hands and your eyes.
And building a new road is hard work.
It is very hard work for the brain. But every time you practice the new hobby, the road gets stronger and faster.
Wow.
The Dr. Cognitive Health article gives some great examples of hobbies that build strong roads.
Let us talk about those examples. I see knitting on the list.
Yes, knitting.
Knitting is when you use two long needles and soft string, called yarn, to make a sweater or a scarf.
Knitting is a fantastic brain workout. When you first try to knit, it feels impossible. Your hands feel clumsy.
Because there is no road in the brain yet.
Exactly. You have to focus very hard. Your eyes must watch the needles.
And your left hand must do one thing, while your right hand does something completely different.
Yes. This forces the two sides of your brain to talk to each other. It builds very strong connections.
What about pottery? A source called Limbaugh Studio talks a lot about the magic of pottery.
Pottery is excellent.
Pottery is when you take wet, messy clay and shape it into a bowl or a cup.
Yes, pottery is wonderful for your mind. Limbaugh Studio points out a very special benefit of pottery.
What is it?
When your hands are covered in wet clay, you cannot touch your phone.
Oh, that is so true. If I touch my phone with clay on my hands, the phone will be ruined.
Right. So pottery forces you to have a screen-free time. You cannot check your email. You cannot look at social media.
You have to be fully present in the room. You just feel the clay spinning.
It is incredibly calming. It lowers your heart rate and clears your mind.
It is like a forced vacation from the digital world. I love that. The notes also mention woodworking.
Yes, woodworking.
That is, building things out of wood, right? Like a small table or a birdhouse.
Woodworking is a very heavy workout for the brain because it is not just about using a saw or a hammer. Woodworking requires math.
Math. I just want to build a birdhouse.
You still have to measure the pieces of wood very carefully. If you cut the wood wrong, the birdhouse will fall apart.
That makes sense.
You have to plan ahead. You have to solve physical problems in 3 dimensions. The brain has to work very hard to see the finished birdhouse before you even start cutting.
This all sounds amazing for my brain. But I have to be honest.
Okay.
I am a very busy person. I work all day. I have to cook dinner. I have to clean the house. Do I have to do these hobbies every single day to get the brain benefit?
Many people ask that.
Because I really do not have the time.
Well, that is the best news in the Dr. Cognitive Health Report.
Yeah.
You do not have to do it every day. You do not need to spend hours and hours. The studies show that you only need to do these activities for 15 to 20 minutes, just 3 times a week.
Wait, really? Just 15 minutes? 3 times a week?
Yes.
That is less than 1 hour for the whole week.
Yes. Just a short, focused time is enough to build those new roads in the brain. And doing this small amount of work protects your memory.
It protects my memory. How?
As we get older, our brains naturally slow down. Sometimes we forget names or where we put our keys.
Right. The roads in the brain start to break down.
But if you are constantly building new roads with creative hobbies, your brain stays thick and strong, the network stays healthy.
So you remember things better and think faster.
Exactly.
That is incredible. 15 minutes a day to keep my brain young.
I can definitely do that. But, as I look at our notes, I see a problem.
What is the problem?
It seems that our own thoughts get in the way of having fun.
Yes. This is a very deep and important issue. It is about how modern people think about the concept of fun.
A big study from Rutgers Business School explores this problem. Can you explain what they found? Of course. The researchers at Rutgers Business School looked at how people spend their free time. They divided hobbies into 2 different categories.
Okay.
I am going to use very simple words to explain these categories.
Please do. The medical words can be very confusing.
The first category is called terminal leisure, but I will just call this just for fun activities.
Yes, for fun activities. Got it.
These are things you do only for the joy of doing them. There is no other goal.
Okay, just for fun. Like, sitting on the couch and watching a funny movie.
Yes.
Or playing a board game with your family. Or walking in the park to look at the trees.
Exactly. You are not trying to win a prize. You are not trying to get healthier. You just want to smile.
Okay, and the second category?
The second category is called instrumental leisure. I will call this goal fun activities.
Goal fun. So, doing something fun, but with a specific target in mind.
Yes. For example, going for a long run because you want to run in a big race next month.
Or reading a difficult history book because you want to sound smart at a dinner party.
Exactly. You enjoy the run and you enjoy the book, but there is a clear goal.
Both of these sound fine to me. What is the problem?
The problem is how society makes us feel about the first category, the just for fun activities.
Oh.
Many people today believe that having fun just for the sake of fun is a waste of time.
A waste of time. Yes, I hear this message all the time. The world tells us we must always be productive.
Right.
We must always be moving forward.
Exactly. The culture says if you are not working, you are failing. People think resting is lazy.
They think playing a game is foolish because it does not make money.
Yes.
I understand this feeling completely. Sometimes on a Sunday afternoon, I sit down on the couch to watch a movie. I just want to relax.
Right.
But then a little voice in my head starts talking. The voice says, you should be washing the dishes. You should be answering emails. You are wasting your life sitting here.
Millions of people hear that exact same voice.
Really?
Yes. And the Rutgers study found something tragic about that voice. If you believe that fun is a waste of time, you will actually ruin the fun.
Ruin it.
Yes. You will enjoy the activity much less.
So, if I feel bad about watching a movie, I won't enjoy the movie.
Right.
It is like eating a nice piece of cake, but feeling guilty. The cake suddenly tastes bad.
What's fascinating here is your cake analogy is the perfect way to understand this study.
Oh, really?
Yes, the human brain is incredibly powerful. Your beliefs change how your body processes pleasure.
Let's talk more about that. How does the belief ruin the pleasure?
Well, if your brain believes that resting is bad, it will not let your body relax.
Even if I am sitting down?
Even if you are sitting down, when you sit down to watch the movie, your muscles stay tight.
Because I feel guilty.
Yes. Your brain does not release the happy dopamine. Instead, it releases stress chemicals.
Oh, wow.
You are sitting on the couch, but your body is fighting a war.
So you feel more stressed and more sad while you're trying to rest. You miss all the good feelings.
Exactly. The guilt acts like a wall. It blocks the joy. We have to tear down that wall.
How do we do that?
We have to realize that resting is not a waste of time. Resting is the fuel that allows us to work later.
We have to stop feeling guilty for enjoying the cake.
Yeah.
And we have to stop feeling guilty for enjoying a movie.
Right. But this leads to another interesting point. From a writer named Scott H. Young.
What does he say?
Scott H. Young wrote a very sharp article about our modern habits. He agrees that we need to rest, but he points out a trap we fall into.
Crap.
He calls it the trap of time wasters.
What does he mean by time wasters?
He says that very often we watch TV or scroll on our phones, not because we truly love the TV show or the phone app.
Why do we do it then?
We do it just because we do not have a better hobby.
Oh, that hits hard.
It does.
That is very true. Sometimes I scroll through social media for an hour, and I am not laughing. I am not learning.
Right.
I am just staring at the screen because I am tired, and I do not know what else to do.
It is a default action. It is passive. Young argues that this kind of passive resting does not actually make us feel better.
We are just killing time.
Yes, and we feel bored and empty afterward.
So we think we are having fun, but we are actually just bored. What is his solution?
He says we need to actively find things we truly deeply love to do.
Active hobbies.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need to replace the empty scrolling with a real hobby. Because when you do something you genuinely love, you do not feel guilty.
Because you are actively engaged. You are not just killing time, you are filling time with joy.
Exactly. If you love painting, painting for an hour feels wonderful. You do not feel like you wasted time. You feel alive.
So we need to stop settling for passive boredom and start looking for active joy.
Yes.
Okay, I am completely convinced. I need an active hobby. I need to take my brain to the gym. I need to stop feeling guilty.
Good.
But now we have a very practical problem.
What is the practical problem?
Money. Everything in the world seems so expensive right now.
That is true.
Going to the movies is expensive. Buying tools for woodworking is expensive. Do we need a lot of money to start a new hobby? Let's talk about budget-friendly fun.
That is a very valid concern. Many people do not start a hobby because they think it will cost too much.
Right.
But you do not need a lot of money to have fun. In fact, some of the best hobbies are completely free.
I would love to see some proof of that.
We have excellent proof. We have real data from a platform called HobbyStack.
Oh, yes. The 2026 data.
Yes, they collect information on what hobbies people are actually doing. This data is from the year 2026.
Real data from real people. I love this.
Oh.
What does HobbyStack tell us? What are the most popular hobbies in the world right now?
The top 3 most popular hobbies might surprise you. They are baking, language learning, and cooking.
Baking and cooking. Making food is in the top 3.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Everyone has to eat.
Exactly. That is why cooking is such a brilliant, budget-friendly hobby. You already have to buy food to survive.
Right.
Instead of buying fast food or boring meals, you can turn cooking into a creative game.
You can buy cheap ingredients like flour and sugar and spend hours learning how to bake a perfect loaf of bread.
Yes. The flour is cheap, but the time spent learning is very valuable.
You feed your family and you get a brain workout at the same time.
Exactly. And what about the second one? Language learning.
I have always wanted to learn to speak Spanish, but I always thought I had to travel to Spain or pay for an expensive class at a university.
Well, in the past, that was true. But in 2026, language learning is incredibly cheap and often free.
Because of the internet.
Yes. You can download free apps on your phone that turn learning into a fun game. You can watch thousands of free videos online of people speaking the language.
So the barrier to entry is very low. You just need a phone and some free time. What other cheap hobbies does the Hobby Stack data show?
The data reveals a massive trend in hobbies that cost under $30. People are turning away from expensive sports and looking for simple joys.
Like what?
Journaling is a huge trend right now.
Journaling. That is just writing down your thoughts in a notebook.
Yes. I mean, it is just very simple. You buy a simple paper notebook for $3. You buy a pen for $1.
And then what?
Every morning, you sit with your coffee and write down what you are feeling. You write down your dreams or your worries.
I have heard that writing your worries down on paper gets them out of your head so you feel lighter.
It is very true. It is a cheap therapy. Another huge trend is drawing.
Again, very cheap. A pencil and some paper cost almost nothing.
Right. And running is very popular. You just put on your shoes, step outside your front door, and start moving.
The sidewalk is completely free.
Yes.
These are great, simple ideas. But I also saw a big fancy phrase in our sources regarding cheap hobbies. The phrase is maker culture. Can you explain maker culture to me? It sounds very modern.
Maker culture is a very popular movement. It is a reaction against the modern world.
How so?
Today, we usually buy everything from a store. If we need a chair, we buy a chair. If the chair breaks, we throw it in the trash and buy a new chair.
Yes, we are a culture of buying and throwing away.
Well, maker culture says, stop throwing things away. Start making things yourself.
Ooh, I like that.
There are two big words connected to this movement. The first is DIY.
DIY. I see those letters everywhere. It stands for do it yourself.
Exactly. DIY means taking control. If your sink is leaking, you do not call an expensive worker.
You watch a free video online and learn how to fix the pipe yourself.
Right. If you want a garden box, you buy some cheap wood and hammer it together yourself.
It is about being independent. What is the second big word in maker culture?
The second word is upcycling.
Upcycling. That sounds a lot like recycling.
It is similar.
When I recycle, I put my empty plastic water bottles in a special bin, and the city melts them down to make new plastic.
Is upcycling the same thing?
It is a cousin to recycling, but it is different. Recycling destroys the original item to make raw material.
Okay.
Upcycling does not destroy the item. Upcycling means taking something old and broken and using your creativity to make it beautiful and useful again. Oh, I see. Can you give me an example of how I could upcycle something in my house right now?
Sure. Imagine you are cleaning your closet. You find a very old, ugly shirt. It has a hole in it.
Okay.
You do not wear it anymore. The normal thing to do is throw it in the garbage.
Right. It is useless.
But an upcycler looks at that shirt and sees potential.
Potential in an old shirt?
Yes. They take scissors and cut the fabric. They take a needle and thread. They spend 2 hours sewing that old shirt into a beautiful new bag to carry groceries.
I love that. You took garbage and turned it into treasure. And it did not cost any money, just your time.
Yes. Upcycling is incredibly budget-friendly. It is good for the earth, and it is great for your brain.
It seems like a win-win.
It is. And this brings us to a very deep idea in our notes today. It is a philosophy called slow living.
Slow living. Just saying those words makes me feel a little more peaceful. What does it actually mean?
A source called Vanilla Papers explains the philosophy of slow living. The modern world always shouts one message at us.
What message?
Faster is better.
Oh, it is everywhere. Fast food so you do not have to wait to eat. Fast internet so you do not have to wait to watch a video. Fast cars. Fast fashion.
We want everything immediately.
We are addicted to speed.
Yes. But the slow living philosophy argues that faster is not always better. In fact, speed often destroys quality.
That makes sense.
The best things in human life simply cannot be rushed.
You cannot rush a good friendship.
Yeah.
You cannot rush a beautiful sunset.
Exactly. And you should not rush your hobbies. Doing things slowly with our hands brings a very deep, quiet joy.
A quiet joy.
When we use our hands to make something piece by piece, we connect with our own humanity. It takes time, but the time is the reward.
So, sewing that bag from the old shirt takes 2 hours. I could buy a bag at the store in 2 minutes.
Right.
But the 2 hours of sewing is good for my soul.
Yes. And there is an amazing financial benefit to slow living, too.
Oh.
Think about the math. If you make things yourself, you do not have to buy them.
Right. If I upcycle my clothes and build my own tables, I spend much less money at the store.
And if you are spending less money, You do not need to earn as much money.
Wow, let me follow that logic. If I do not need as much money, I do not have to work extra hours at my job.
Exactly.
I do not have to stress about getting a huge promotion.
Exactly. Buying less stuff gives you the greatest prize of all free time.
That is amazing.
By making things slowly, you actually buy back your own time to rest and live well.
That is a very powerful way to look at life. And the Vanilla Papers article also has a very practical tip for slow living. It says we should all make a dopamine menu.
Yes, the dopamine menu. We talked about dopamine earlier.
It is the happy chemical in the brain that makes us feel good.
Right.
But what is a menu? Like a menu at a restaurant where I order food.
Exactly like a restaurant menu, but for your brain.
Okay.
When you are hungry, you look at a menu to pick food.
Oh.
When you are sad or stressed, you need a quick way to pick happiness.
But why do I need to write it down? If I am sad, I know what I like.
Actually, psychology shows that when we are very stressed, our brains panic. Yes. We forget what makes us happy. We just grab our phones and start scrolling.
The passive time waster again.
Exactly. So the menu is a list you make when you are calm. You write down very quick, free things that give you joy.
What kind of things should go on this menu?
Very simple, slow things. For example, take a 10-minute warm shower.
Or lie on the floor and stretch my back.
Yes. Make a hot cup of tea and smell the steam. Or step outside and look at the clouds for 5 minutes.
These are tiny, free moments of slow living. So when I come home from a terrible day at work, instead of turning on the TV, I look at my menu.
Right.
I see drink hot tea, and I do that instead.
Exactly. It is a quick, healthy way to get that happy chemical without spending money or looking at a screen.
Here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
I love the idea of slow living. I love the idea of saving money. But I am going to push back on this upcycling thing again.
Please do. What is on your mind?
I am a modern person. I like convenience. Isn't it just easier and faster to just buy a new shirt instead of upcycling an old one? Why do the hard work?
That is a very honest question. Yes, buying a new shirt is much faster. It is much easier.
You just tap your credit card and walk.
Exactly. But if you only buy things, you are missing a fundamental part of being human.
What am I missing?
You are missing the feeling of pride. Human beings evolved to build things. Our hands are made to shape the world.
Right.
When you simply buy a shirt, you wear it, but you feel nothing about it. It is just an object.
That is true. I do not feel an emotional connection to a shirt I bought at a big store.
But if you take an old shirt, struggle with the scissors, poke your finger with the needle, and finally finish making a bag, how do you feel when you look at that bag?
I feel proud.
Exactly.
I look at it and say, I made this. Even if the stitches are a little crooked, it is mine.
Yes. The hard work creates the value. Fast, easy things do not give us deep happiness.
They just give us a quick thrill that disappears in a minute.
Hard work with our hands gives us a very special kind of joy that lasts. The pride of making something cannot be bought in a store.
Okay, you win. I understand now. Making things is absolutely worth the time and the struggle. The pride is the real product, not the bag.
Very well said.
Now, let us pivot to our final big topic for today.
Where are we going next?
Well, we have talked about how hobbies help our brains. We have talked about how to find cheap hobbies and make things ourselves. But hobbies do not just happen alone in a room.
No, they do not.
Hobbies involve other people. What happens when we take our hobbies out into the world?
This is a crucial topic. We are moving from brain health to social health. Hobbies are a massive part of our social lives.
When you say social lives, you mean making friends and talking to people?
Yes. Humans are social animals. We need connection.
But today, many people feel incredibly isolated.
They do. A study from PubMed looks closely at this. The medical data shows that loneliness is a huge health crisis right now.
People feel lonely even though we have the internet and social media.
Especially because of social media. We are connected online, but we are alone in our rooms. The PubMed study shows that hobbies are the best cure for this loneliness.
How does that work?
Hobbies pull you out of your house and put you in a room with other people.
Right. So if I join a local running club, I am suddenly standing next to 20 other people who also like to run.
Exactly. You instantly have something in common. You do not have to worry about what to say to a stranger.
You just talk about running shoes or the weather.
Yes. Hobbies create a safe, easy space to meet new people and build a community.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Hobbies bring people together. But our sources say something even more interesting.
What is that?
Our notes from a magazine called Psychology Today explain that the specific hobby you choose sends a secret message to the people around you.
This is fascinating research.
Yeah.
Yes. When you stand at a party and tell someone what you do for fun, you are doing more than just sharing a fact.
What are you doing?
You are telling them a story about your personality.
And different hobbies tell different stories.
Absolutely. The Psychology Today article divides hobbies into two types to explain this.
Okay.
They use some very big academic words. Let us break them down into simple language.
Yes, please. The first big word is eudaimonic. Eudaimonic. That sounds like a word from ancient Greece.
It is from ancient Greece, but we will ignore the big word. We will simply call these growth hobbies.
Growth hobbies. What makes a hobby a growth hobby?
A growth hobby is an activity you do specifically to learn, improve, and push yourself. It requires discipline. It is often a little bit difficult.
Okay, so learning to speak French is a growth hobby. You have to memorize words, you have to practice grammar. It is hard work.
Yes, or training to run a marathon. Your legs hurt. You have to wake up early to run. You are pushing yourself to grow stronger.
What story does a growth hobby tell people? If I am at a party and I say I am learning French, what do people think of me?
The study shows that when you talk about growth hobbies, people instantly think you are very smart.
Really?
Yes. They view you as highly capable and very hardworking.
They think, wow, this person knows how to set a goal and finish it. They are not lazy.
Exactly. It makes you look ambitious and successful. Now, let us look at the second big word from the study. The word is hedonic.
Hedonic. Again, very fancy. How do we say this simply?
We will call these relaxing hobbies.
Relaxing hobbies.
A relaxing hobby is an activity you do purely for comfort and pleasure. You are not trying to learn a hard skill. You are not trying to improve yourself.
So, my Sunday afternoon movie on the couch is a relaxing hobby, or playing a simple video game, or laying in a hammock in the sun.
Yes, all of those are perfect examples of relaxing hobbies. Now, think about the story they tell.
Okay.
If you are at a party and you say, I spent all weekend watching silly cartoons on the couch, people do not think you are a hardworking genius.
No, they probably think I'm a little bit lazy.
Well, they might not think you are lazy, but they definitely do not think you are ambitious. However, the study found that relaxing hobbies tell a very positive story of a different kind.
What is the positive story?
People think you are warm. Yes. They think you are friendly, approachable, and normal. They feel comfortable around you because you are not trying to be perfect.
Oh. So growth hobbies make me look smart and intense. Relaxing hobbies make me look friendly and safe.
Exactly. You look like a normal human being who enjoys a good laugh. And the article points out that you can use this knowledge in your daily life, especially at your job.
How can I use this at my job?
Let us imagine a scenario. Imagine you are young and you are starting a brand new job at a big company.
Okay, I am at a new job.
Nobody knows you. You want your new boss and your new coworkers to respect you. You want them to trust you with important tasks.
In that situation, I definitely want to look smart and capable. So if we are eating lunch together, I should tell them about my growth hobbies.
Yes.
I will say, this weekend, I took an online class to learn computer coding.
Perfect. That sends a strong signal to your boss. Your boss thinks this new person works hard even on the weekend. I can trust them.
Nice.
But now let us imagine a completely different scenario.
Okay, give me a new scenario.
Imagine it is 10 years later. You are now the big boss of the company.
Oh, I like this imagination. Okay, I am the big boss.
You have won awards. You have a big office. Everyone in the building knows that you are incredibly smart and successful.
Sounds great.
But there is a problem. Your team is terrified of you. They think you are a machine. They think you only care about profits and hard work.
That's bad.
They are too scared to come into your office to ask for help.
A good boss needs a team that will talk to them. I do not want them to be scared.
Exactly. So you need to change the story they believe about you. At the next staff meeting, you should tell them about a relaxing hobby.
So I say, I am so tired today. I stayed up too late eating pizza and watching silly dog videos on my phone.
If you say that, the team will laugh. They will think, oh, the boss eats pizza and watches dog videos just like me. The boss is a normal person.
Yes. You use the relaxing hobby to show warmth. You make yourself seem human and friendly.
By choosing which hobby you talk about, you change how people feel about you.
That is a brilliant strategy. It is all about reading the room.
Yes.
Speaking of choosing the right hobby, I saw a note here about a quiz. Our source from the writer Nat created a tool for this.
Yes. Nat noticed that many people start a hobby, do it for 3 days, and then quit. They never stick with it.
Why do they quit?
So Nat created a 5-minute quiz to solve this problem. People quit because they choose hobbies that fight against their natural personality. If a hobby feels bad, you will stop doing it. Nat's quiz asks simple questions to figure out your true personality and then matches you with the perfect hobby.
Give me an example of a bad match.
Imagine a person who is very introverted. They get exhausted when they are in large, loud crowds. They need quiet time to recharge their energy.
Okay.
But their friend convinces them to join a loud, aggressive indoor soccer team.
That sounds like a nightmare for an introvert.
It is a nightmare. They will go to one game, hate the noise, and quit immediately.
And the quiz prevents this.
Yes. If the quiz sees you are an introvert who needs quiet, it will suggest journaling or painting or solo hiking in the woods.
And if the quiz sees I am an extrovert who loves talking and laughing with groups,
It will suggest joining a community theater group or a busy cooking class. When your hobby matches your natural personality, it does not feel like work. It feels like breathing.
you will keep doing it for years.
Exactly.
So what does this all mean? We've talked about managing our image and taking quizzes. I have to ask a blunt question.
Okay, ask.
Should I lie about my hobbies at a job interview so people think I am smart?
Oh.
If I only have relaxing hobbies, should I just lie and say I run marathons?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the answer is a very strong no. You should never, ever lie about your interests.
Why not? Seems like an easy trick.
First, lying is unethical. But practically, it is a terrible idea because people usually find out the truth.
True.
If you say you run marathons, the boss might say, "Oh, I run marathons too. Let's go for a run on Saturday."
Oh no, that would be a disaster. I cannot run a mile.
Exactly. You will be exposed. But more importantly, you do not need to lie.
Why not?
Human beings are complex. Almost everyone in the world has more than one hobby. You probably have a mix of things you enjoy.
That is true. I love reading heavy, complicated history books. That is a growth hobby.
Right.
But I also love lying on the floor and watching terrible reality TV shows. That is a relaxing hobby.
See? You have both. You just have to choose which true hobby to highlight in different situations. It is like looking at a diamond.
A diamond.
A diamond has many different sides.
Yeah.
You just turn the diamond to show the side that shines the best in that light.
I really love that analogy. At the job interview, I show the history book side of my diamond.
Yes.
At a casual party with new neighbors, I show the reality TV side of my diamond.
Yeah.
Both sides are completely true. Both sides are authentically me. I am just curating what I share.
Perfectly said. You are sharing the best part of yourself for that specific moment.
This has been such a deep and wide-ranging conversation. We have covered a massive amount of ground today.
We really have.
I think it is time for us to bring all these threads together and wrap up our deep dive.
It has been a fantastic exploration. We looked at a lot of science, but the message is very human.
Let me quickly remind our listeners about the main points we unpacked today.
Okay.
We learned that the way we played as children, free, dirty, and outside, holds the secret to adult happiness.
Yes.
When we allow ourselves to be playful, our brains flood with happy chemicals that heal our stress.
Right. And we learned that those childhood interests often point to the skills that will make us successful and happy in our adult careers.
We also talked about taking the brain to the gym, learning a new, slightly difficult skill, like knitting or woodworking, builds new roads in the brain.
And you only need 15 minutes a day to protect your memory as you grow older.
Most importantly, we learned that we must stop feeling guilty for resting. Fun is not a waste of time. It is necessary fuel.
It absolutely is.
We prove that you do not need money to have fun. Cooking, journaling, and upcycling old shirts into bags bring us the deep joy of maker culture.
Slowing down and making things with our hands buys back our free time.
And finally, we learned how to use our hobbies to navigate the social world. We can share our growth hobbies to show our intelligence, and our relaxing hobbies to share our warmth.
It is a perfect summary.
We have given our listeners a lot of facts and a lot of science, but I know you always like to leave us with something extra.
I do.
You have a final provocative thought for us today to take with us as we go.
I do. We have talked a lot today about building skills and getting better at things. We talked about growth.
Right.
But for my final thought, I want to flip that idea upside down.
Yeah.
I want you to think about a hobby you stopped doing in the past.
A hobby I quit.
Yes. Think about something you tried to do, but you quit because you thought you were bad at it. You felt embarrassed, so you walked away.
Oh, I have definitely done that. A few years ago, I decided I wanted to be a painter.
Okay.
I bought all the supplies. I tried to paint a picture of a mountain. It was terrible.
Yeah.
It looked like a green triangle drawn by a toddler. I felt so silly. I threw the canvas in the trash, and I never picked up a brush again.
That is exactly what I'm talking about. Almost all adults do this. We live in a world that grades everything.
We do?
In school, you get an A or an F. At work, you get a promotion or you get fired. So we think our hobbies must also be perfect.
We think if we are not creating a masterpiece, we should not paint at all.
It is the fear of failing.
Exactly.
But what if we completely change the rules? What if the real goal of a hobby is not to be perfect? What if the true magic of a hobby is just to enjoy being wildly, wonderfully bad at something?
Enjoy being bad at something. That goes against everything my brain tells me to do.
But think about the freedom in that idea. What if you paint a mountain and it looks like a green triangle and you just laugh?
That sounds nice.
You enjoyed the feeling of the wet paint, you enjoyed mixing the colors. The final picture does not matter, the joy was in the moving brush.
So I do not have to show the painting to anyone. I do not have to sell it. I just have to enjoy the messy process.
Exactly. Maybe you play a song terribly on a cheap guitar. Maybe you sing loudly and out of tune in your kitchen. It simply does not matter.
Wow.
Give yourself permission to be a beginner. Give yourself permission to be clumsy. The goal is to be playful, not professional.
Right.
Allow yourself to be bad and just enjoy the moment of living.
I really, truly love that idea. It takes all the pressure off my shoulders. I think I am going to go to the store tomorrow.
Yeah.
I am going to buy some cheap paint, and I am going to paint a very bad, very fun picture of a tree.
I hope you do, and I hope our listeners do something similar today.
Thank you so much for joining our deep dive today, everyone. I hope you look at your free time differently now. Remember to throw away the guilt. Give yourself permission to play like a child again. Go try a new, budget-friendly hobby today, even if you are terrible at it. We will see you next time on SideQuest English.